Hello everyone and welcome back to Greenpine Zoo and Gardens and welcome back to Pandasia. And today I only have good news for you guys because we are finishing the panda build here in Pandasia. So what we are going to do today is we are going to build the outdoor habitat for our female panda. We are going to create the indoor part for our female panda. We are covering one of our new staff buildings and we're going to make the whole area look much more beautiful than it already does. So that's all that's going to happen today, which also means as we are finishing this huge part of this area, within the next, I guess, 2 or maybe 3 episodes, we are going to finish Pandasia as a whole. I want to have at least 2 more habitats in here. I talked about it a lot, so we are going to have a habitat for the tanuki, and we are going to have a habitat for the Chinese pangolin in here, and that's it. And then after that, Asia is completely done. So this means that a huge chapter of this zoo is actually coming to an end within a few weeks. Because if you think about it, we only have Asian animals right now in the zoo. So everything we did so far was Asia. We have the first area that was a little bit more like Southeast Asia, Indonesian. Then we had the second part, which was the Himalayan highlands. And yeah, our third part, Pandasia. And then goodbye Asia. That rhymes. Well, yeah, and after that we are going to start our newest chapter, which is going to be Europe or Australia. But I tend to do Australia because I think it is more exciting and we can do a lot of things in Australia. Well, we could do a lot of things in Europe as well, but I'm already building a European zoo for the Europe DLC and I don't want to do Europe this quick after one project for another project. So I guess we're going to do Australia. So, but let's not talk about the future, talk about what's going on right now. First of all, we need another extension to our build here, or to our big building here, to make sure that we have a little backstage area for the female panda as well, and to make sure that our keepers actually can get into the habitat. Because with the layout of the habitat and with the layout of the whole building, we have no chance to have something for our keepers inside the building where they could enter the habitat. Which is a little bit sad, but on the other hand, the building is for the visitors and yeah, the outside part is for the animals and for the keepers, I would say so. Doesn't sound very friendly, does it? Okay. We're going to have a pretty similar habitat to the one that we already do have for the male. I think the second habitat, this one here, is slightly bigger than the first one, which would make sense because this should also be suitable for the female panda and her offspring. So I really want to have baby pandas in here, so that would also mean that we should put the male into the habitat with the female, wait until she gets pregnant and then put the male back in his habitat so that we can have the female with her baby or babies in the right habitat, and on the left habitat we are going to keep the male. Was that correct? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's been a long weekend once again of recording videos the whole day, 24/7 almost. Yeah, I already told the Keeper crew in the member area that it is a lot of work, all these videos, and I'm not just talking about my work, but for all content creators it is a lot of work to do these videos. It's not like we are going to sit in front of the PC, push a button on our keyboard and that's it. No, there's hours and hours and hours that go into creating this stuff. So yeah, I really love what I do, but let's keep it real. It's work. It really is. So yeah, you already see we have the round course finished. What I want to do is to have the tanuki habitat and the habitat for the Chinese pangolin on the outer side of that round course. Yeah, of course, because where else should it be? There's also going to be a few buildings here, ones that are not usable for our guests and some that are going to be usable for our guests. I told you already I wanted to have something like a little market, a Chinese market, where you can have food and sit down and rest a little bit. And we're also going to have some buildings where we hide the staff buildings in here. As I said, by the end of the video we are going to have the keeper hut already in this area, which is pretty nice because our keepers don't have to walk those extreme long ways until they reach the habitat for the animals and can take care of the animals. We also need an animal hospital, so we need a vet. We need the staff room where they can have a break. I just don't know the word in English, so maybe someone of you guys can tell me what it is called in English. Yeah, that, and we also do need a trading center. That is also very important. So if we buy new animals, we don't want our keepers and vets to run through the whole zoo to bring the new animals into their habitat. So that is also something that we would need, and also a mechanic. Not that we actually would need a mechanic in here, because all the stuff that we have in here is custom made. So we don't have any in-game barriers that could break down. We don't have any, what is it called? Damn it, what is it called? Where the energy comes from. We don't have any generators or water cleaning supplies or whatsoever that could actually break down, so we actually wouldn't need a mechanic in here, but it also would make sense to have one and roam around your zoo, doesn't it? So what I was building right here is something that I did a lot of times, or sometimes at least, in Brooksburg Zoo as well. I wanted to have a visiting platform, or a viewing platform for our visitors, where they can come a little more close to our animals and get a little bit more nearby to the animals. So I wanted to have something like a little pavilion where they could go in and have a more barrier-free look at the animals, I would call it. Unfortunately, it is not accessible for our guests. If you go in first-person mode and walk through the zoo, you can actually go over there and have a look at the animals. That is not a problem at all. Just our real guests are not able to step on there and have a look at the animals near close, but yeah, it's just for decorational purposes. Oh guys, and I so wanted to talk with you about Planet Zoo 2 and what we might be able to expect and what we definitely might not be able to expect. I just didn't find time to record a video and speculate a little bit about it, so I hope you don't mind if we talk here a little bit about Planet Zoo 2. So I want to know, what do you guys want the most from Planet Zoo 2? And yeah, you can tell me everything. What animals, what mechanics, do you want anything that definitely has to change for the second chapter of Planet Zoo? Or do you say, I'm okay with how the game works and how everything functions in the game, I just want new and more animals? Or birds and fish, of course. So what I want the most is a little bit more freedom when it comes to the path tool. And a little bit more freedom when it comes to the water tool as well. So that we have more options with the level of the water. So that it is not like 0.5 meters that you can put water and nothing in between, so that you have problems when you put water in there and you didn't lower the terrain enough, or you have a very steep angle into the water. So I want that to get fixed. And what I also want is some more smaller animals. We do have many big animals in the game right now as it is, and I assume that we are going to have all the animals that we have in Planet Zoo 1. We're going to have all those animals in Planet Zoo 2 as well at some point. As I said in the videos before, I don't think that we will have all of the animals right from the start, because this would just be too much. I want the base game animals that we do have in here, like the lion or the giraffe or whatever, to get a revamp, because they definitely need to have one. They need to look more realistic. And as I said, I want some more smaller animals. More monkeys. We don't have that many monkeys. I want also that they work on the climbing mechanics of the animals, so that it looks a little bit more natural. That would be so cool. And of course, I want birds. And I know that it has to be possible to have birds in the game, because we do have flying reptiles in Jurassic World Evolution 2. That works pretty fine. So I think it should be possible to have birds in the game. Maybe, and I think I talked about it as well before, maybe in my German video or here in Greenpine Zoo, maybe there's some restrictions, like you can only put them in kind of an aviary, like we do have in Jurassic World Evolution 3. So you have to have an aviary to put those flying animals in. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. But give us birds. And not just the flying ones. I want pelicans. I want more cranes. I want to have a stork. Ibis birds. Ducks. Geese. Pheasants. There's so many birds that we could and should have in the game, because I don't know if it is a majority of the animals that do live in a zoo, but I think it's a very big amount of animals that do live in the zoo that are birds. So I didn't get that, why we didn't get that many of them in the game. And especially obvious ones, like the secretary bird. I mean, that was one iconic bird in Zoo Tycoon. I don't know why we didn't get it here in the game. But I'm very hopeful for the second installment that we will get birds. Fish, I don't know. I don't know if there's actually going to be fish. And if there is, it would be nice if they were added like the terrarium animals. The exhibit ones. Sorry. And talking about the exhibit animals, Planet Zoo 2 needs to be more flexible and needs to give us more freedom with the actual exhibits. Give us invisible walls, like you did for the walkthrough exhibits. It was possible there, it should be possible for the small exhibits as well. I know it was not possible in this game because we had some mechanics of the exhibit animals, like the tree frogs that were sticking to the glass. So if you had the glass disappearing, they would just float in the air, and that would not make any sense at all. But yeah, disappearing walls for the exhibits would be so cool. Oh, and more swimming animals, more aquatic animals. I want more penguins. Yes, I know we do have 3 species already in the game, which is great, but I want to have a rockhopper penguin in the game as well. Or what are they called? Checkers penguins? I think so. They are called like this in English. I want them as well. And as I said, lots more monkeys and small mammals. And it would be so cool if there was an option to actually have manatees. But yeah, I guess we'll see what Frontier is coming up with. I'm very excited for the game. I'm very hopeful for the game. I hope it is going to be everything that we wish for and more, and has lots of surprises for us and lots of things that we didn't know we needed and are so great to have in the game. Yeah, I'm very hopeful. And I'm very excited to hear what you guys think about and what you guys wish for the second chapter of Planet Zoo. So let me know in the comment section. Okay, you already saw that I finished the outdoor habitat for the giant panda female. Now we are giving finishing touches to the indoor habitat. It looks a bit similar to the indoor habitat of the male one. It's just a tiny bit smaller, but yeah, actually the female is very happy with the habitat. Yeah, of course she is, because I deselected animal welfare. Every animal in the zoo is very happy, as they should be. But I think if we would select animal welfare, she would be pretty okay with everything that is in here. Yeah, and she has a very nice outdoor habitat as well. And she can make use of everything that is in the habitat, like the climbing structures in the indoor habitat and the climbing structures on the outdoor habitat as well. So yeah, everything works and everything is functional, which I'm very, very happy about. Yeah, we're not going to have a bridge in this habitat for the female as well. So I decided we're not going to do that in here. I wanted the habitat to be a little bit different. Yeah, I was placing the rocks and then I noticed I can't do that because we need to have the entrance gate for the keeper in here. So yeah, now we are decorating the outside of our Panda Palace a little bit more, which seems very simple and really is very simple, but it makes such a huge difference. You're going to see it in a few minutes. Yeah, I was thinking about this long straight path that leads to the building. I wanted to have something like an alley there, and so I was thinking, let's take these pebble rocks, put them right close to the path, make it a little bit wider, so a second row of those on both sides, like so. And then color it with the soil color, a little bit of sand right in between, and then go for these trees right here. I just don't know the English word for the trees. I'm very confident with the English animal names, but not with plants. So yeah, I hope you guys know which trees those are. Yeah, and it looks already very pretty, but I felt that something was still missing. So I put a little bit of bison grass right in between the rocks, like I always do in the habitats as well. And then I was looking for some second fencing or some visitor fences. Do you call it like that? I don't know. And this little thing makes a total difference. You're going to see it in a minute. When we finish the second one here, yeah, and now as you see it, everything is coming together. You're going to have a better view at this by the end of the video as well. We're going to continue on this side as well, doing the exact same thing here. Once again, the bison grass and the fence. And it looks so good. I really, really, really love how everything is coming together, and I can't wait when this whole area is finished. I want to have some more gardens in here, like we do with the Japanese garden right in front of Pandasia. I want to have some picnic areas in here, and yeah, with all the buildings and the Chinese market. I think it's going to be amazing, and I think it's going to be my favorite area in the whole zoo. Oh, and did I ask you guys already which animal you definitely want to see here in the zoo? What is your favorite animal right now in the game? Which animal do you want to see in here? Let me know in the comment section. I will be happy to place that animal for you whenever it fits. Yeah, so here I was creating the shell for our keeper hut, like I told you in the beginning of the video. The first one of our staff buildings that we are going to have here. I just stopped after this one because I thought it was enough for today's video. We've done enough already, and yeah, I'm happy that we finished the Panda Palace, that everything is in place right now. And we are going to continue with the general area in here with the next video. So I can't wait to build the next habitat. I haven't decided yet which animal we are going to add next week. So whether it is the tanuki or it will be the Chinese pangolin, I don't know, but there's definitely going to be an animal in here. And yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for the whole part here. I'm very, very, very proud of it because I really, really love how it looks, and I think it looks very authentic. And I think it really played into my cards that I did take my time this time and didn't rush anything or trying to get everything ready within one episode. So I think it was great that I actually took, what was it, about 4 episodes to finish the whole thing here. Yeah, I think it was the right decision to do it like this. And if I think about it, how many hours did I work on it? It might be about 20 hours. And with the habitat for the pair David's deer together, Pandasia took me like 24 hours, all in all. Which is crazy. But on the other hand, I have already around, yeah, it's more than 3,000 hours right now in game time in Planet Zoo. So I played 3,000 hours in this game. That is also something. Tell me, how long did you play in the game? What's your record right now? I'm very curious to know, because I know there's lots of people that have way more hours in the game than I do. Yeah, that is something that happens a lot when you build off-grid. Especially when you place the roof and you have to take grid pieces to build a roof. Then sometimes it just doesn't align, so you have to come up with a solution, and therefore I was using this roof piece right here to make it work in the end. And yeah, it looks pretty nice in the end. There's always a way to finish things. You just have to be creative. Yeah, just some more little fencing around here, and then we are done with today's episode. I also do love the elevation here at this point of the park. So you have the lower Japanese garden, and the Mongolian steppe with the Przewalski horses and the Bactrian camels, and then you have the elevated part of the Himalayan area, and this medium part here for Pandasia. I really like that. And you will have a glimpse of the zoo by the end of the video, I think, where you can see almost all of the zoo. Greenpine really looks amazing right now. I really love this zoo. Yeah, and here we are at the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did so, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe to my channel, click the hype button, and tune in next week when we are going to continue to build in Pandasia with the next animal. So have a great week, guys. Bye.